大家好，欢迎你回到 CHI 113的频道，我是高老师。今天我们要继续学第二课。第二课说什么？请跟我说，家庭。家庭。Hey everybody, this is Gao 老师, and today we're going to continue with Lesson 2, Dialogue 1. Before the next class, if you do what the video asks you to do, you will be able to accomplish the following learning objectives. Number 1, you should be able to understand and be able to pronounce using the correct tones all of the assigned vocab words from Lesson 2, Dialogue 1. Number 2, you should be able to read and fully comprehend on your own the dialogue. Number 3, you should have a basic understanding of the dialogue's main grammar point, and there's one that we'll be focusing on here in this pre-class video. And number 4, you should be able to read and write all of the characters from Lesson 2, Dialogue 1. 准备好了吗？好的，我们开始吧。Let's begin by listening to the audio of our new vocab words from Lesson 2, Dialogue 1. As you hear the speaker pronounce these words, please try your best to mimic their pronunciation out loud. By the way, if you'd like to follow along in your textbook, please turn to page 49.
11.
她
She, her. 12.
姐姐
Older sister. 13.
男
Male. 14.
弟弟
Younger brother. 15.
他
He, him. 16.
大哥
Eldest brother. 17.
儿子
Son. 18.
有
To have. To exist. 19.
女儿
Daughter. 20.
没
Not.
And the proper noun here for 21 is a person's name. Gao Wenzhong. Gao Wenzhong. So please go back now and listen to this audio at least 2 to 3 more times, repeating out loud what you hear. Let's move on now and listen to the audio from the textbook dialogue.
Lesson 2, Dialogue 1. Looking at a family photo.
高文中，那是你的照片吗？是，这是我爸爸，这是我妈妈。这个女孩子是谁？她是我姐姐。这个男孩子是你弟弟吗？不是，他是我大哥的儿子。你大哥有女儿吗？他没有女儿。
Please go back now and listen to this audio at least 2 to 3 more times to make sure you can understand what both speakers are saying. So once you feel comfortable with the new vocab words and the dialogue, it's important then to use flashcards to quiz yourself just to make sure you understand all of the material, and it'll also tell you where there are gaps in your learning. Quizlet is an excellent resource to use. So to start practicing our new vocab words from Lesson 2, Dialogue 1, just scan the QR code here on your screen or click on the link below in the descriptions part of this video. Let's move on then, and here we're going to focus on the one grammar point that we have for next class session, and that is this possession, indicating possession using 有, which is in blue font here towards the bottom of the slide. And this is how it appears in the dialogue. So Wang Peng, he says, 你大哥有女儿吗? So let's look a bit closer at this character 有. So as I just mentioned here, 有 indicates possession. It means to have. And so if you want to negate it, you would put 没 in front of it. One important thing to note here is you cannot negate 有 with 不, right? So 不 is what we've studied before, and you can use that to negate 是. You would say 不是. But whenever you have the verb 有, you can only negate it with 没. So here are the patterns. In an affirmative sentence, you would have a subject followed by 有 and then followed by the object. So again, this subject, verb, object structure. In a negative sentence, you would negate the verb by putting 没 in front of it. So you'd have subject, 没有, followed by an object. And then in an interrogative sentence, that is, a sentence that's asking a question, you would put the subject followed by the verb, 有, followed by the object, and then you add that 吗 question particle. Let's practice. So if somebody asked you, 你有中国朋友吗? 你有中国朋友吗? If you had a Chinese friend, or more than one, you would say 有,我有中国朋友, right? I have a Chinese friend. Or if you didn't have any Chinese friends, you could say 没有,我没有中国朋友. 中文怎么说? 中文怎么说? Do you have a younger brother? 你有弟弟吗? 你有弟弟吗? So again, we have 你, the subject, followed by the verb 有, which is then followed by the object, younger brother, 弟弟. And since it's a question, we have this question particle 嘛 put at the end of the sentence. Let's try another one. 中文怎么说? I have one younger brother. 中文怎么说? 我有一个弟弟. 我有一个弟弟. And so don't forget the measure word that we studied in the first part of Lesson 2, Dialogue 1. 个 goes after the number and before the object. So here we have 我, I, 有 is to have, 一个 meaning one, 弟弟. So I have one younger brother. 中文怎么说? Do you have any older sisters? 中文怎么说? You would say, 你有姐姐吗? 你有姐姐吗? So again, 你, meaning you, the noun, is followed by the verb, 有, which is then followed by the object, 姐姐. And since it's a question, we add the question particle 嘛 at the end. 好,中文怎么说? I don't have an older sister. How would you negate 有 here? 中文怎么说? 我没有姐姐. 我没有姐姐. I, 我, the subject, 没有, don't have, 姐姐, any older sisters. Since this is our only grammar pattern, here's an extra slide for additional practice with using 有. So try your best to translate the following sentences into Chinese using 有. So number 1. 中文怎么说? Mr. Wang does not have a daughter. You could say, 王先生没有女儿. 王先生没有女儿. So again, to negate 有, you're going to put the 没 in front of it. And here, if you'll remember from lesson 1, Mr. Wang is actually going to be translated as Wang Mr. Wang 先生. Let's look at number 2. 中文怎么说? She has 3 sons. 中文怎么说? 他有3个儿子. 他有3个儿子. So again, we've got a subject followed by the verb 有. And here, since we've got a quantity of something, we're using a measure word 个, 3个, followed by the object 儿子. Let's look at the last one here. Number 3. 中文怎么说? Miss Lee does not have any older brothers. 李小姐没有哥哥. 李小姐没有哥哥. So again, the subject, which is Miss Lee, 李小姐, followed by the verb 没有, right? She doesn't have any. 哥哥, which is then followed by the object, older brothers. So for additional explanations and examples of this grammar point, you can look in your integrated Chinese textbook on page 53. So now that you've listened to the audio of the vocab words, you've practiced saying these words out loud, you've got a basic understanding of the dialogue and a basic understanding of the main grammar point, 有. Now you can begin by practicing to write the assigned characters for next class's dictation quiz. And again, I'll go through these animated slides rather quickly, so please do go back and practice writing them at least several times using the correct stroke order. So let's look at the first one here. 她 meaning she or her. 姐姐 meaning older sister. 男 meaning male. 弟弟meaning younger brother. 他 meaning he or him. 大哥 meaning oldest brother. 儿子 meaning son. 有 meaning to have. 女儿 meaning daughter. And lastly, 没 meaning not, used here to negate the verb 有. Here I want to share with you a really cool resource. It's a YouTube channel called Learn Chinese with Emma. It includes a lot of free videos that you can access with really good information about learning very common and useful phrases in Mandarin Chinese. The website itself was created by a former teacher of Chinese at the University of Oklahoma. So to access her YouTube channel, just scan the QR code here on your screen or click on the link below in the descriptions part of this video. And don't forget, once you feel comfortable with the new vocab words, characters, and grammar points from Lesson 2 Dialogue 1, please take the Lesson 2 Dialogue 1 Part 2 pre-class practice quiz in Canvas before our next class session. 好的，谢谢大家，下次见，再见。